need to ideate on a new series of lectures, you come here, we'll take care of whiskey, you go deep, man.
Act. I know you wanted me to act. I just don't know how you want me to act.
It was a no-brainer, really, just to come and work with him again. You know, I thought how we were going to top that, but it was just magnificent.
Some have called this film an expertly crafted screenplay that delivers a real, old-school entertaining and intelligent mystery. I'd say it's Knives Out meets Scooby-Doo in terms of mystery solving.
First, a proper tour of the Glass Onion. The setting was beautiful, this crazy villa that they found.
It was like embarrassingly luxurious, that place, like a stunning location.
Tech billionaire Miles Braun invites his friends for a getaway on his private Greek island. When someone turns up dead, Detective Benoit Blanc is put on the case. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these behind-the-scenes moments and find out how exactly they put this film together.
Ryan and I talked a lot about Miles. There were certain people in the news cycle of the last few years that Ryan and I found particularly rich vein of gold to mine from. Disruptors recognize each other.
But before we get into it, some trivia for you. Even though this is a sequel to Knives Out, what was the only relation this film has to the original? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
Action! The title, Glass Onion, when you see the film, you'll see it's got many different connections to it.
You don't need to peel the layers back. You can actually see what's in the middle.
The Knives Out sequel stars Daniel Craig, Edward Norton, Kate Hudson, and Dave Bautista, among others. In numerous behind-the-scenes videos, we can see just how much fun it was to make this film.
Ryan and the team put people first. That energy allowed us to come into work and give our all.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. My murder.
Will we still be able to talk to you?
Yeah, I'm not playing dead the whole weekend.
Oh, this is truly delightful.
For example, even the production design itself, they really put a lot of thought into the environment, shooting at a location where one of the cast members called embarrassingly luxurious, and the reason the whole film is called The Glass Onion.
The next challenge was how do we build it? Parts of the atrium and the Glass Onion itself, those were built in the UK. It was assembled there, it was taken apart, and was all shipped to Belgrade, and we set it up on our stage there.
This is amazing. Just amazing.
There was tons of artwork in this film as well for the purposes of the owner for this fictional character was meant to stand out and be known that he has money.
Even though it has a huge ensemble, there is a lot of all the characters stalking around. You can see the dynamics work. To me, that's much more fun.
The premise of the film is to find out the murder mystery, as it must be someone on the island. So in figuring this out, the story becomes more intense as it moves forward.
This role, it goes deep. It goes a lot of different places. And so to keep track of it all, I did a lot of preparations for the role. I got to grow. I got to learn more about who I was. I really got to evolve as a person. You'll stab a friend in the back to hold on.
During an interview, the cast described their characters in just 3 words, which gives a little more insight into who these actors are playing.
Insecure.
Insecure, okay.
Needy.
Yeah.
And innocently oblivious.
Spray tan.
Yeah.
Good one.
It is a personality trait, a spray tan, right?
Actually, no. Scratch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melrose Trading Post.
Say it again.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page, linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
You did really well. I understand what you did. You peeled back all
But what's interesting to me is that underneath all of it was governor, but even under mother.
She's always been a governor.
And one of the best parts about this whole film was the glass onion part. The globe-like structure was actually designed by hand on a set. Production designer Rick Heinrichs was tasked with designing the structure and thought of it like a real onion, layering the parts piece by piece.
When they arrive at Miles Island, each one of their villas has got a theme going on, which represents their chakra. And that was all part of this sort of pseudo-mysticism that Miles is trying to make himself interesting by.
There was something so cool and architectural about it that became part of the design, he told IndieWire. You really see the layers of depth in the dome. The metaphor of the glass onion works so well, and I tried not to invent stuff that wasn't there.
The reason why I'm really excited, creatively excited about the idea to keep doing these.
It means immortality.
That means in the mode of Agatha Christie. Each Benoit Blanc mystery has its own set of inspirations.
Janelle Monáe talks about her preparations for the role as Helen Brand.
Janelle is unbelievable. She is committed.
Can you say all that one more time for me, please?
Janelle is so talented and takes her craft very seriously.
You are better off without him.
Janelle kind of stayed in character. She was enigmatic and mysterious.
Andy, hi. I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna go for a swim.
We also wanted to give a shout out to our DC Thursday winner. If you guys didn't know, we ask a challenging DC related trivia question over on our community tab. If you answer it correct, you get a chance to have your answer featured here in one of our videos.
There's so many layers to all of these characters, and what was really interesting about playing Birdie, she doesn't realize how ridiculous she is. I got to say the most insane, funny lines.
So bored.
During an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the creators explained what the story is, and having the cast all together on this private island, filming was pretty funny to say the least. Going to this extravagant house to play a murder mystery when all of a sudden a real murder mystery plays out.
Vacation and lovely, soft, beautiful feel to it.
We spent the first half of the shoot in Greece shooting at this gorgeous sort of estate called Villa 20, and it was amazing.
It was a beautiful luxury place that was very much in a modernist style that reprises the look of classical Greek architecture.
In recent news, producer Ram Bergman and Rian Johnson have already discussed Knives Out 3, and it seems like these films are a lot of fun to film, much less make.
I'm just so excited for Janelle and for the world to see her miraculous performance.
Wanna take us all down? Say it! I want the truth! Wow.
During an interview, Bergen gave his response to how the writing process went for this film, saying basically as soon as he being Rian Johnson, got his notebook, I sent him to go write. It's really him thinking and then he starts scribbling on his notebook. Once he has a core idea, we get together and he starts pitching it and goes through the key bits. He did the same thing on this movie.
I love Benoit. I love the working experience more than anything. Just to come and be on set making these movies is such fun.
The vibe was strikingly similar to the first one, and we had some really good times together.
As the cast reacts to the trailer for the first time, we get some more information on what happened behind the camera during certain takes.
This is your first scene.
My first scene with Edward, and I was so nervous. And Ryan wanted us to hug for an unnaturally long time.
We also get more information on how the cast worked together and what it was like playing these characters. Even though this film seems like it would be a serious genre with trying to figure out who killed who, it is actually a comedy mystery film.
We had such a wonderful, talented cast who came in, who immediately picked up on the tone, and that's so important that we get that going straight away.
Wait a second, Benoit Blanc?
Oh my God.
We've arrived!
Nope, absolutely not.
Daniel Craig and Rian Johnson talk with Digital Spy about the narrative structure of the film, which represents the imagery of the second film reflecting on the first one, and the pressures of creating this kind of story.
I still have to pinch myself that I do this job for a living. But how important it is to sort of, if you're going to do something, if you're going to do a sequel, if you're going to have the chance to get you have to up the ante, you have to make it bigger, better, whatever, not necessarily bigger, but you have to make it better than the first one.
The crew even sits down with the actors to elaborate on the characters.
I really didn't know if there was going to be an audience for going back to this.
Oh my God, yes, no, fine.
I was really delighted when there was. What excited me about doing another one, it was partially wanting to dive in and figure out another mystery.
Kate Hudson, who plays Birdie J in the film, sits down with Jimmy Fallon and explains in her own words who Birdie is in the story and her role.
And Birdie's like the big flamboyant one. And that's, I mean, that's as much as I can say, really.
That's all you can say if there's a murder. Can we say that?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a murder.
As far as the answer to our trivia question, though a sequel, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, was announced, the only relation it has to this film is the character Benoit Blanc, portrayed by Daniel Craig, who is simply working on his next mystery.
Layers was really interesting and fun.
I think I'll go for a swim.
Maybe I'll lay out for a bit.
So what do you guys think about all this? Have you seen this film yet? And what are your thoughts on Chris Pratt and Ana de Armas working together in the first one? We have done a few videos on them during interviews together and behind the scenes of Knives Out and how she prepared for her role if you guys want to check those videos out as well. But let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
If anyone can name the killer.
Now this,
there
on
it
the
is.
other hand,
There it is.
not very many people can pull off.
This movie is the best.